This is Valley News Live at 10.
Welcome to Valley News Live at 10. I'm Justin Betty. Shock tonight in Bemidji, where one man is in jail. 11 people have been transferred to Border Patrol agents after allegations of a gang rape involving young girls. First, we want to warn you, some of the details in this case are graphic. Right now, 22-year-old Oscar Luna is in the Beltrami County Jail on criminal sexual misconduct charges. This investigation began when an 11-year-old girl told police that she and two other girls were tied up and raped by 4 different men. So far, only Luna has been arrested. Now, according to court documents, this 11-year-old girl told investigators a woman claimed she was taking the girl to a party. When she got in the car, a bag was placed over her head. The girl claims the woman then forced her to drink alcohol before she and the other girls were raped. She says later another victim helped untie her, which gave her the chance to escape. While police were investigating this case, they say they found a number of people inside a home where the alleged rape happened. 11 of those people, that's not all of them, were transferred to Border Patrol. We don't know if those are suspects, if those are victims, cases of human trafficking, or both. Valley News Team Zoe Jones is in Bemidji tonight, where people are struggling to grasp all this news.
Right now I'm outside of the Law Enforcement Center in Bemidji. We kind of walked around the town a little bit after we got those court documents to see a little bit about what was taking place in this area and how people were responding. We stopped by the house and we saw individuals still in the house. We saw lights on as well. One of the people that was in the house came out and started looking at us, opened their curtains. That's when we left the area. It is right next to a school, right down the street from the university as well. We spoke with some university students kind of about their opinions on it, how they were feeling after what we told them in the court documents. They shared that they think that this is disgusting and they feel for that 11-year-old girl.
It's just horrendous to hear that stuff like that is happening close to where you are, and like this can happen to anyone, and the fact that it was an 11-year-old girl is just heartbreaking.
Not only do they feel for that young girl who had to go through all of this, they are also expressing how proud they are of her, knowing how difficult that is to come forward, especially given the circumstances.
I'm so proud of this victim for being able to advocate for themselves and for other people in order to come forward with all this, and I can't imagine the courage that all of it took, but I am so incredibly proud of that young person.
Now, even though they are feeling for that young girl and they are proud of her, there are still a lot of questions about how something like this even happened, especially that close to a school. One of the neighbors next to the house had a young child even. This is something that a lot of people are still curious about. We're still trying to get answers for. We're going to do our best over the next several days to try to get those answers, try to figure out a little bit more about what's happening out here. You can stick with Valley News Live. We're always there, always on, doing our best to bring you that coverage. For the time being, reporting in Bemidji, Zoe Jones, Valley News Live.
All right, thanks, Zoe. It's been a few days just to get to this point. We got a tip that there was a heavy police presence and BCI agents at some house in Bemidji on Tuesday. We reached out to local police and the BCI that day. We didn't hear back. This is becoming more common region-wide. In the past, police would probably put out more information, hoping the public could help identify people. Now they're more often to withhold that information, thinking they can help investigators kind of work under the radar. Bemidji police were still active on social media in this time, updating other stories, talking about a missing person, a missing pet, a coffee with the cop event next week. But we had nothing about this incident until today. When we saw Luna was arrested, we noticed that on Beltrami County jail roster. So we reached out again, and a couple hours later, that's when we got the news release, first on a different story and then today on the arrest and of the other people involved. There are still a lot of unanswered questions here. Of those 11 people turned over to Border Patrol, again, we still don't know if they were adults, if they were children, potential human trafficking victims, or a mix of both. The 11-year-old girl who started this investigation said there were 4 men and 2 other girls. We don't know if any of them have been identified. Are they among the 11 suspected illegal immigrants at the house? We don't know. Police have only confirmed that just the one person and only the one person has been arrested so far. We'll keep you updated, though, as we learn more.